Hey, welcome back, scientists of the sixth grade Pod 2 team. This is Mr. Mauro here again, and I am here to provide you with the weekly rundown for the week of October 4th. Here we are. We are moving along through the geology unit, and hopefully you're having a good time and learning a little bit too. So I want to walk you through this week's rundown and what we're doing this week. Again, if you are home, we're always looking for you to do your best, but I also recognize that you're at a disadvantage. And so I really appreciate the people who are emailing me, letting me know if they have any questions. That's super helpful to me. Also, I'm looking for you to be specific in your questions too. So to send me an email that says, I just don't get it, is understandable. But it doesn't help me help you identify what I can do to help you. So when you drop me an email, just say, hey, I'm having a hard time with question number 5, or what's this law of superposition that you're talking about? What's that all about? That's helpful. And again, no one has taken me up on it, but I'm still very much available 9th period to meet with Google Meet with you face to face, and we can share screens and we can talk about what we're doing. Anyway, let's dive in. Week 6, here we go. So, on Monday, we are going to be doing the activity actually that was slated for I think last Friday. I think you'll find very quickly that, Mrs. Burnt and I spend time planning out the lessons and what we think each day is going to look like. But one day might take longer than we anticipated, and that will sort of bleed into the next day. And so that's what happened there. So we're doing our fossil introduction. This introduction is a video. That's actually an advertisement for Grammarly, I think. But after this advertisement, you will see a 6-minute video from my friend Paul Anderson, and he's providing a really helpful explanation of what the law of superposition is. Afterwards, you're diving into this team fossil activity. If you are home alone, I recognize that is a tougher situation to work in a team. But here we're watching Paul's video, and then we are recognizing that each of these outcroppings represents a different layer of the earth, or a different layer of, rocks. And so within those rocks, we are seeing different types of fossils. And so what we're trying to do here is kind of line these up so that the fossils represent a similar time period. So we'll do our best there, and I'm kind of doing this for you now. But that's kind of what we would do. And afterwards, we would take this. Actually, I'm going to undo this. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. And afterwards, we would answer these questions to the best of our ability. Now, these last questions are super duper tough. If you are home and trying to do these on your own, please don't worry about number 5 and 6. These are directly related to conversations we're having here in school. It's hard for me to do that from my computer here while you're at home. So just don't worry, but just complete 1 and 2, 3, and 4. All right, moving along. Let's see here. Week 6. We've got Tuesday. And the first thing we'll do is we'll watch a silly little video. We'll watch a silly little video for almost 4 minutes on how fossils form, which will provide sort of an illustration on how they form. We'll talk about it. Then we're going to work together on another sort of slideshow here. And so we're going to take a look at these mislabeled or misorganized slides here. And we're going to try and move them into the right order here. So we might say that the first thing that is happening here is not letter A, but is rather D. So we would slide that up here. Hold on. We'd put D there and move A down here, right? Just like that. And so I don't want to do the whole thing for you, but that's similar to the way that you're going to proceed. And then afterwards, I want you to read the instructions and kind of do the same thing here. We're going to take that and we're going to move that to wherever that belongs. Okay? Then you'll have that. If you put it in your science folder that we've created, our geology folder, in your Google Drive, that will be helpful to you. This is something that we are going to rely on for the test, which, by the way, looks like it's going to be on October 18th, not this Friday, but next. That'll be in the announcements also. So, moving along, that's what we're going to be working on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we've got a Rock Layers Timeline of the Earth article. And here is where we are going to take what we've learned after reading, and in page 11 of your notebook, you're going to kind of recreate this amazing drawing that I have created here, indicating that, the earlier something exists, the deeper it is, right? And so this is showing chronological order here. The deeper we dig, the further back in time we see. Okay, so you're going to be creating something just like that on page 11 in your notebook after you read these articles here. Now, the Timeline of the Earth is always available to you as a read aloud if you're interested in listening to it rather than reading it. Okay, moving along, week 6, we've got Thursday, and this is going to be something we're going to do on page 12 in our science notebooks. Afterwards, we're going to check out this fun Fossil Facts website, right? All sorts of cool stuff going on there. This is the read aloud for the article.
Earth Facts.
Okay, that was really loud. My apologies for that. And then this is going to go on your notebook on page 12. We're going to use the article to complete these questions here. And keep in mind, these questions will be used directly on the quiz that will be coming up. So, important things to do. Okay. Then finally on Friday, we've got a bunch of interesting things here. This is well, I guess I should click on this. This is a gentleman that who likes to bake and related to geology. He calls it the Geology Kitchen. Kind of a weird guy, but awesome in terms of kind of teaching geology in a way that is relatable to the kitchen and food. So, bonus points for anyone who wants to recreate something like that with their parents' permission, of course. We've got a Layers of the Earth thing link, and here we're going to be looking for you. The major work of the day is going to be putting a diagram based on this in page 14 of your notebook. And so we're going to be creating something like this, page 14, and then you're going to be labeling it. It's going to be kind of an infographic or graphic organizer, whichever you prefer, to help sort of reinforce which layers of the Earth exist in what places. So that is what we're doing on Friday, and that should be about it. We've also got the study guide, which will be helpful to you, and a vocabulary assignment, which we will also work on. So, so these are our assignments for Friday, for week 6. Keep in mind that sometimes flexibility is important and that this could potentially change, but if you are home and you need a little bit of a guide, this is the perfect thing to watch here. So, my friends, if you are home, I hope that you feel better soon. I hope that it's not too hard for you, and I hope that I will see you soon. Remember, drop me a line with any questions you've got. We can always meet up 9th period, and I will see you soon. Thanks, everyone.